Hi, welcome back. My name is Rekan. In today's session, we're going to talk about seamless planning in SAP Analytics Cloud application. With this new feature, we can store SAC model or dimension data in Datasphere space tables. When we create a new model or dimension in SAC, we get an option to choose the storage location. It could be SAC or Datasphere. If we choose to store in Datasphere, a local table will be created for the model or dimension, and the data gets stored when the data is loaded into that model. The entire graphical interface is taken care in SAC, but the data storage happens in Datasphere through the tenant link configuration. With that, data doesn't have to get stored in SAC. Data resides in Datasphere, the planning data, and also it can have actuals data coming from other sources, and also the other operational plans can come from other planning systems like IBP or success factors. And this leads to XP&A use cases where your financial planning data that happens in SAC can integrate with the operational plans from IBP and success factors and etc. That's the background and the use case for seamless planning or storing data in Datasphere for SAC models. Now let's take a look at the configuration part for seamless planning. There is a detailed note or KBA. You can access this and go through the steps required for configuration and also the usage. This note talks about prerequisites and also the configuration steps. Prerequisites are, you can see it has to be on HANA, SAC has to be on HANA Cloud, and it has to be one-to-one, both Datasphere and SAP Analytics Cloud to be on the same data center, etc. You can see the prerequisites here, and the user who is configuring should have system owner role in both tenants. These are some of the prerequisites that need to be met. And once the prerequisites are there, and we can set up the tenant configuration. The tenant configuration is pretty simple. We grab the Datasphere tenant URL and then put it in SAC source. Let's take a look at the system on how it is done. So I'm accessing my SAC system, administration, and then tenant links. Got a data storage for planning, and here we have an option for Datasphere URL. So once I give my Datasphere URL and hit save, that's when a connection is established from Datasphere to SAC. It's not a data transfer connection like SAC to Datasphere Live connection, but a tenant link configuration is made. And you can see the connection name here, and also at the same time, an authentication setup configured in Datasphere automatically. So you can find that by going into the Datasphere administration in the app integration. You can see a OAuth client ID is set up automatically. That's it, pretty much done. So once the tenant configuration is done, then now we can go back to SAC and then start creating a model. I can go to modeler and then start creating a new model. Start with data and then hit. And now you can see I get two options, Analytics Cloud and Datasphere. So this time I'm going to choose, if I select Analytics Cloud, it's a traditional common practice that we've been doing it. Data gets stored in Analytics Cloud when it is loaded. But now I'm choosing Datasphere, and then it gets me option to choose the space. I have my space selected and say next. For data loading, I'm going to use a flat file. So let me put it a flat file to get the data loaded. I have some, let me take the sales order, just say import. It's going to get me data loaded into SAC model, but it actually goes to the Datasphere space table. Now you can see this model is being in the creation state. The planning model capabilities are selected. You can ignore these errors. They are some of the technical errors that currently it's getting better. They will get uh, fixed as the time goes. You can see the exposure in SAP Datasphere. It's not exposed currently. So when you say expose it, it's going to create a local table in Datasphere IT Central space. So I'm going to name this as the same, or I can just give a name SAC table, and it's going to create it as a fact table in Datasphere. Say OK. It is exposed now, so you can see the data in the local table of Datasphere. I can do that. Actually, before I go to the Datasphere, I can save this model. Hit save to one of the folders in SAC. Just hit save. The model is saved in SAC. I can switch now to Datasphere and then access my data builder to, to see the table. Actually, I can go to the repository explorer and see or find my table that is created. This is the table that I just created. Click on that. So now you can see it's read only. You don't perform any operations in Datasphere. All the operations are triggered from SAC, and you just use it as a read-only object to be in analytics model or graphical views and etc. That's it. You can check the data by clicking on the data view. The data is loaded into this table when we choose the storage location as Datasphere space. And note that the space can be only HANA space, not the HDLF object store space where you can use the data lake space of Datasphere. This time it is only targeted for HANA space of Datasphere. So that's what we did when we configured. We get this message, we hit continue, and then after creating the tenant linking, we created a model, and then we choose the required space, the storage location as Datasphere, and then space as the required um, location to be saved. That's all for this quick session on seamless planning. More updates to come on this topic. We'll get some more sessions on this topic in the next quarter. Thanks for listening. If you wanted to subscribe to the detailed training on Datasphere, please reach out to me at sorompallias@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye for now.